Okay, I promise you, this is the last horror one for this marathon. Okay? I only threw in two when I could have thrown in more, so you know what? Give me some credit. I could have made this whole back half horror if I really wanted to. Christine, Carrie. There's a whole ton of them out there. So, give me a little bit of credit. Heck, I didn't even throw in Frankenstein or Dracula, so give me some respect. I could have definitely put more horror movies in this marathon if I really wanted to, but I know that probably would have bored a lot of you, so instead, this will be the last horror one, and then we have one that's pseudo-horror, sort of not. I'll explain it when we get to that review, but it's not really a horror film. So this is the last genuine, straight-up horror film for this marathon. And it's a pretty damn good one. Let me tell you all about it with my very short, brief, and to-the-point review of Clive Barker's Hellraiser. One of the only movies I can think of that is actually directed by the guy who wrote the original book. And he does an amazing job with his very first attempt. So, yep, this is the start of another franchise, but like I said, I'm only doing one-offs. That, and I've heard these sequels are terrible, so I don't want to suffer. So, because of that, we're only looking at the first one for now. And only if you guys want me to, if you request it in the comments section, will I look at the other movies. Eventually. So, here's my quick brief and to the point review of the original Hellraiser. This is another one that I absolutely had to review for this marathon, but unlike Silence of the Lambs, I've actually already seen this movie plenty of times. With every single watch, it's only gotten better. However, this is a very hardcore horror movie with a lot of gore, gruesome special effects, vicious kills, and nightmarish concepts. So if you're one of those people who's sensitive to extreme gore or actions so demonic it'll literally turn your stomach and cause you to puke, definitely don't watch this one, or, well, you will definitely puke, because this movie is, it's demonic, it's gory, it is hardcore as fuck. So, if you're not a fan of that, don't watch this movie. Now, for the rest of you that are like me, who are just sick fucks that love seeing stuff like this, for whatever reason, let's press onwards. The pros: great macabre story, adult writing, solid performances. Doug Bradley's Pinhead, by far the best one. And of course, Pinhead is the lead Cenobite and the most iconic character in this movie. Let's not even kid ourselves here. Incredible special effects. Frank's stop-motion resurrection is definitely the highlight. Like, seriously, that is some crazy, amazing body horror. Gruesome, gory violence, excellent directing from the book's original author, a dreadful tone with zero levity, a wild ending, great characters, horrifying villains, effective scares. This movie is legit scary. Striking imagery, a great runtime, and very high rewatchability. Cons: most of the acting is just okay. The second act does drag a little bit, and the other Cenobites have no character development to make them more interesting outside of their designs and what caused them to become this, according to the lore. Outside of that, they don't really have much character development or complexity, which is a huge shame. And I think that's something the 2021 version fixed, if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I've seen that movie because, well, I watched it for that review and then I haven't really seen it since due to a lack of time, so who knows? Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Overall, though, despite those flaws, this is a must-watch for any horror fans that can stomach its extremity. It's a horror classic that still holds up incredibly well and has aged like a fine wine. Dark, gruesome, macabre, horrifying, and demonic, Hellraiser is one of the most hardcore horror movies you will ever see. Final verdict is a 9 out of 10. If the acting was a little bit better, it could be a 10, but not quite there. The acting is mainly just okay. It's still an amazing movie, though, and it's absolutely worth seeing if you're one of those people that can't stomach its extremity. Well, that's it. See you guys next time for something much lighter than this, with Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The 2010 one, because the Disney ones are terrible.